Hi, my name is Rebecca Wolf, and I am doing a presentation for my interpersonal communications class. And my topic is the German culture. I visited Germany a couple years ago and really enjoyed myself. The German economy is the largest in the continent and the fifth largest in the world. The German people embrace the value, thriftiness, hard work, and industrialism. There were so many interesting aspects, it is hard to cover them all. So I would like to touch on just a couple of them that really interested me. One was the fact that everything was really clean, very, very clean. The roadway, the sides of the road, the creeks, everything was really clean. If there was a piece of paper down, you seen just anybody picking them up. The people took a lot of pride in being clean and their areas being clean. The other thing was vending machines. The vending machines there, I thought was really, really neat. These vending machines aren't like here in America. They don't have soda pop and snacks in the machines. They have personal hygiene products, shampoo, soap. They have medications for a headache or stomach ache. They have bicycle tubes for the tires. They have chains for the bicycle because a lot of people in Germany either walk, ride bikes, ride the buses or the trains. Not everybody drives. A lot of families don't even own a vehicle, and the ones that do usually only own one vehicle, and the whole family shares it. The housing there is really neat. It's in levels. It usually follows the male side of the family or the father side of the family. And it's like the first level is grandma, grandpa. The second level is mom and dad. And then it descends upwards or ascends upwards for the children. And depending on how many children that they have, usually they don't go over 5 levels, so they may even have a split two units in one level. Uh, so that to me was really, really neat how that works. They do that for conservative. They're very conservative people in Germany, very, very conservative, and I thought that was really neat. The other thing is that you just can't name your child anything. When you find out that you're expecting, you have to send in a request to the government there and tell them the name that you would like to name your child, and they will send back to let you know if it's okay or not to use that name. You can't, and that way you don't have. They feel that you don't have all kinds of different crazy names and everything. Um, I don't know where that really matters, but in Germany, it's a big thing that you really have to have a name approved. So you have a lot of Maries and Annas and Lindsays and Johns, and you really have, limited on the names. German people are very traditional people. This first photograph is of a married couple, a bride and a groom. At their wedding reception, they have a two-person saw. They cut this log, and it symbolizes that it takes two to make the marriage work. And I thought that was really neat. A lot of people in America could use that concept that both people have to work and work together, and it's a give and take situation to make the marriage work. German people symbolize that. Basically, every wedding there did this tradition. The costumes or the clothing they wear. Now these aren't daily, but for the most part, your elders in Germany wear this clothing. Um, this is a structure. This structure was Adolf Hitler's residence during World War II. Now the German people is not proud of Hitler at all. They're embarrassed by Hitler and what he stood for and how he handled himself. Um, but this was his residence during World War II. And what they did is say a structure was damaged during World War II. So half of this structure was left during World War II and the other half was gone from the war. So what they did is they would start from the left structure and build up. Rather than to tear it out, they would build up from it with a different colored brick. And then that way everybody had a visual of what the war did in Germany. This is the church I attended while I was there in Tegernsee, and this is the entranceway. This picture doesn't do it justice, trust me on that. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous building. All of this artwork, I know it's hard to see in this picture from this slide, but all of this artwork is hand painted. Very few art in Germany isn't hand painted. All the buildings throughout Munich and all the little towns and everything, they have paintings on the building, and every one of them is hand painted. This is a picture of the organ, um, and this organ puts off the most breathtaking music that I think I ever heard in a church. Their religion is Christianity, which to me is a cross between Southern Baptist and Catholic. This is the altar of the church. This is Anna. This is Lindsay, her father, and Marie, her younger sister. Anna and me met when Anna was in high school. She came to U.S. As an exchange student in high school. She stayed with me for almost a year. And to me, Anna is a perfect example of the drive and the determination that the German people have. Anna has been back several times. She has taught at two of our universities here in America. The last one that she taught almost 2 years there. She taught German at Washington Lee University. Anna's 24 years old. She has visited 13 countries. She has backpacked across India. She volunteered in an orphanage in Nepal for 8 months. So you can see just from the different things that at the early age of 24 that she's done to how driven she is. This is an overview of all the little towns that I visited. Tegernsee is where I stayed. That's where Anna and them lives. And this aerial shows how clean it is. And I know a lot of aerials will portray a clean, but even when you're on the land, down on the land, you see how clean everything is. Tegernsee was really neat to me. It's an older part of the town. It's an older part of Germany. It's not very far from the military base, the USA, the America's military base in Germany. I thank you very much for sharing this with me, and I hope that you have the opportunity one day to go visit Germany. I assure you that it is worth the trip.